Airbnb is stealing from you, and I can almost guarantee that they're doing it right now through settings you don't even know exist. In this video, I'm going to show you 6 hidden Airbnb settings that are costing you serious money. Some of these settings are deliberately buried in menus you'd never think to check, and others are set to absolutely ridiculous defaults that benefit Airbnb, not you. I'm so confident that every host watching is making at least one of these mistakes that I'm willing to make you a bet. If you watch this entire video and can honestly say you're not making any of these mistakes, comment down below and I'll give you free access to BNB Tribe for an entire month. Hi, I'm James Fedek, co-author of Airbnb for Dummies and one of the world's leading short-term rental educators. Over my 8 years of hosting through every market cycle, I've personally managed dozens of listings while earning a full-time income myself and traveling the world full-time. I've been featured in some of the world's biggest publications and helped thousands of hosts to level up their hosting. Through BNB Mastery, I've helped over 800 hosts to optimize their business, plus helped over 700 people launch successful co-hosting careers. I'm here to help you with your short-term rental. The first setting that's costing you money is something that almost got me in serious trouble last year. It's called Instant Book Penalties, and it's completely hidden in your host settings. So here's the deal. Airbnb wants you to use Instant Book. They push it hard because it increases their conversion rates. But what they don't tell you is that they've added a sneaky penalty system for hosts who cancel instant bookings. Now, Airbnb officially says that you can cancel up to 3 instant bookings per year without penalty if you're uncomfortable with the reservation. What they don't mention is that this only applies if you specifically select "I'm uncomfortable with this reservation" as your cancellation reason. If you select any other reason, even legitimate ones like "my place is unavailable" or "I need to make repairs," Airbnb can and often will penalize you. I found this out the hard way when I had a serious plumbing issue and had to cancel a booking. I selected "I need to make repairs" as my reason, and Airbnb slapped me with a $100 cancellation fee and dropped my listing's visibility in search for weeks. When I called Airbnb support, the representative actually admitted that I should have just selected "I'm uncomfortable with this reservation" as my reasoning, regardless of the actual reason. So here's how to protect yourself. First, make sure you understand exactly how the cancellation policy works. Second, if you ever need to cancel, just know that selecting "I'm uncomfortable with this reservation" is the best way to consistently avoid penalties. And third, always call Airbnb support if you need to cancel a reservation. You'll have a much better shot at avoiding penalties and fees if you actually talk to a human being. This brings me to the second sneaky setting that's costing you bookings: smart pricing defaults. Airbnb heavily pushes their smart pricing feature, claiming it'll optimize your earnings. But here's what they're not telling you. The default settings for smart pricing are set to drastically undervalue your property. When you first turn on smart pricing, Airbnb sets your minimum price absurdly low. I've seen properties worth $300 per night with smart pricing minimums set to $80 a night. Why would Airbnb do this? Because lower prices means more bookings, which means more service fees for them, even if you're the one losing money. Here's what you need to do. If you're using smart pricing, which you shouldn't be, then immediately check your minimum price setting. Go to calendar, then pricing, then smart pricing settings. Set your minimum to a price you'd actually be happy with, not what Airbnb suggests. Better yet, consider using a third-party dynamic pricing tool like Pricelabs. These tools are designed to maximize your profit, not Airbnb's. I've seen hosts increase their annual revenue by over 30% just by ditching smart pricing and using a proper pricing tool instead. Now, the third setting is something almost no hosts know about, and it's possibly the most valuable tip in this entire video. It's the hidden tax settings that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars come tax time. Most hosts have no idea that Airbnb has 2 separate places where you need to configure your tax settings. Miss either one, and you could be in serious trouble come tax time. Here's what Airbnb doesn't make clear. First, you need to go to account, then taxes, and add your taxpayer details. But that's not enough. You also need to go into each individual listing, Click the little gear icon, then click on taxes, and then add a custom tax collection if you want to collect and remit your own taxes. This setting is so hidden that even professional accountants often miss it. One of our BNB Tribe members recently had his accountant file his taxes incorrectly because neither of them knew about this second tax setting. The result, he ended up overpaying his taxes by thousands. And when he called Airbnb support, they basically told him, sorry, that's on you for not finding the setting. After joining our community, he discovered this hidden setting and was able to get everything straightened out, but not before dealing with lots of stress and accounting fees. So the worst part is that Airbnb could easily make this clearer, but they keep these tax settings separate and buried in different menus. But wait, before I share the next 3 settings that are costing you money, I want to tell you about something that can completely transform your Airbnb business and actually make you money. Want detailed step-by-step guides that show you exactly how to optimize all your Airbnb settings? Want to connect with hundreds of other hosts who are facing the same challenges you are? Do you want access to tools, templates, and resources that will help you save time and make more money with your Airbnb? Then you need to check out BNB Tribe. BNB Tribe is our exclusive community for Airbnb hosts, co-hosts, and investors who want to take their hosting to the next level. When you join at the link in the description down below, you'll get immediate access to our complete library of training, our weekly community calls, expert-led webinars, and over $4,000 in exclusive discounts on tools that hosts actually use. Plus, you'll join a community of hosts just like you who are sharing their experiences, asking questions, and helping each other succeed. Whether you're brand new to hosting or managing multiple properties, BNB Tribe will help you avoid costly mistakes and implement proven strategies. So click the link at the description down below to join us for just $49 per month. Okay, now let's get back to those hidden settings that are costing you money. The 4th setting that almost no hosts know about is the listing issue section. This is probably the most dangerous section in your entire Airbnb dashboard because it can literally get your listing suspended. Most hosts have no idea that Airbnb uses a 3-strike system for suspending listings. If your listing gets 3 strikes, Airbnb can suspend your listing, sometimes permanently. And the worst part, these strikes can stay on your profile for over a year. To find this critical section, go to your Insights tab, then click on Listing Issues. What Airbnb doesn't tell you is that even minor issues can count as strikes against your account. Things like guest complaints about cleanliness, accuracy, or neighborhood noise can all accumulate as strikes. I recently had a single bad guest complain to Airbnb so much without ever even staying at my listing that my listing received all 3 strikes and a suspension in one foul swoop. Not only did I have to go after Airbnb to get my account reinstated, but I also had to ensure that the bogus listing strikes got removed. Had I not known to do this, then my listing would have been a real house of cards even after I dealt with the suspension. Here's the crucial part. Anytime you see issues in this section, you need to address them immediately and contact Airbnb support to work on having the issues removed from your account. Don't just fix the problem. You need to get Airbnb to actually remove the strike from your record. Otherwise, it sits there like a ticking time bomb, waiting for you to get a couple more minor issues before they shut down your entire listing. All right, now the 5th setting that's costing you money is actually in the fees section of your listing. Airbnb has been subtly pushing hosts to lower or eliminate their cleaning fees over the past year. In some instances, they've even changed their search algorithm to prioritize listings with lower cleaning fees, even if the total price is exactly the same. Here's what's happening. Airbnb knows that guests get frustrated when they see additional fees added to the base price. But instead of making their search more transparent, they're pressuring hosts to build cleaning costs into their nightly rate. The problem? This makes managing your pricing a nightmare. If you pay your cleaners $300 per clean, that works out to $100 a night for a 3-night stay. But if a guest books for 5 nights, then you're way overpriced. And on a 2-night reservation, you'll be losing $100. So here's what to do instead. Keep a reasonable cleaning fee. This strategy keeps your total price profitable for short stays while making longer stays still attractive for guests. It's a win-win that Airbnb just doesn't want you to figure out. And finally, setting number 6, perhaps the biggest opportunity of all, is your Opportunities tab that most hosts, again, don't even know about. This hidden gem is literally Airbnb telling you exactly how to improve your listing's performance and get more bookings, but they've buried it where most hosts don't even know to check. To find this gold mine of information, go to your hosting dashboard, then look for the Opportunities tab. Usually it's hidden under Performance or Insights. Click on it and be prepared to be amazed. Inside this tab, Airbnb actually reveals the exact factors that are holding your listing back from appearing higher in search results and getting more bookings. One of our BNB Tribe members recently discovered that he hadn't properly checked off air conditioning as an amenity for his property. As a result, guests didn't know he had AC, and Airbnb was pushing his listing down in the search results. If he hadn't checked the opportunities tab, this silly little mistake would have just kept costing him more and more money. Another host found out that her self-check-in wasn't properly specified, which was causing her listing to drop in the search rankings. After fixing this issue, this one simple thing, her views doubled in less than a month. The opportunities tab is literally a cheat sheet for Airbnb success, and it's hiding right in plain sight, as long as you know where to look. So how did you do? Let me know in the comments down below how many of these hidden settings you are making mistakes with. And if you're one of the rare hosts who had all these settings optimized and managed correctly, then comment below, and as promised, I'll hook you up with a free month of BNB Tribe. Of course, if you want to avoid making costly mistakes like these in the future, and you want to get access to comprehensive training that covers everything from optimizing your listing to automating your entire hosting operation, then click the link in the description down below to join BNB Tribe today. When you join, you'll get instant access to our complete training library, our supportive community of hosts, and over $4,000 in exclusive perks and discounts. So don't wait. Click the link below to join BNB Tribe for just $49 per month and start optimizing your Airbnb business today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.